like his versions of it aren't the DVD versions. And I was like, you should really be using the DVD versions. And he's like, why? And I was like, because the DVD versions have extra scenes like already cut into the episodes where they don't like edit the episodes.
Oh, so you don't have to go to like special features to go take a look at them.
Yeah, it's like they have all these extra scenes, extra lines, everything like that. And he goes, yeah, but the DVD quality like versions are worse than the ones that I have. And I'm like, it's a 20-year-old show. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I don't need to look at the pores of Chandler or anything.
Like it's not that big of a deal if it's a 20-year-old TV show, man. All right.
Yeah. That's funny. She says, I'm getting on now. My shitty PC is taking its sweet time to turn everything on. I'm like, so give me a minute.
Surface, laptop, go.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, do you think?
What up, Cosmic? I don't know if you can hear us right or not, but Cosmic is watching us from YouTube.
Hey, bud.
Dude, it's been a while. What's up?
Sit.
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 Let's see. Clay's playing the new GTA. Well,
Go figure.
The new old GTA.
The latest release of old GTA.
Yeah. The latest version of it's like 2000, isn't it? 2000.
It came out in 2001.
2001, yeah.
Yeah. It is 20 years old.
Cosmic says he's 2042ing it up.
Nice.
Dude, I'm getting mixed reviews from that from several different people. Like, yeah, it's great. I'm pumped up, hardcore, ready to go. And then some other people are just like, nah.
A lot of the crying on it right now is because EA hasn't actually said why, but there's no voice chat in it. And you would think giant multiplayer shooter, you would have voice chat.
Right.
And EA was like, oh yeah, it's going to launch without voice chat because like we have to fix shit. Yay, Taxi Driver's done.
What? We're not going to release it because it's not efficient?
Something like it's like they have to fix the voice chat for it to be patched into the game.
You know, you would think that that's like fucking built in now, right? Like, come on.
You would think.
Just fix it. Or just leave it on default and let everybody be toxic to each other again, like back in the.
It's a very standard thing for video games, right? So
yeah. What's up, Mel?
What up, Mel?
About to smack somebody up upside the head.
For what?
For what?
What?
And what?
Trying to fucking rush me.
By the way, the avatar looks great.
Thank you.
I know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fuck your face. I'm sleeping. So we were making. Oh, look, there's a microphone right there on the side. That's hilarious. But we were talking about like getting you up because it was 11:35 or something like that, and we were like, wouldn't it be funny if we like yelled at Mel and be like, "Get up!" and all you hear is like empty beer cans in the background. It's like, I'm getting up. I'm working on it.
Bitch, I had to sleep because of work last night.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Hey, so I see that the booby physics have been fixed. You finally have some retaining chains there, so that way they don't bounce so much. Jesus.
They still move, bitch.
For reals. Booby physics, everyone. You saw it here first.
Here first? Yeah, because we invented boob physics.
You would. Cosmic is like, lol. Joel, you would notice that. I mean, I don't know how you would put this without getting canceled again. I am predisposed genetically to enjoy physics that are round and bouncy. Yes, that's it.
Obviously.
but please don't show me your balls. I don't want.
Ew.
Oh my god. All right. We're going to be starting off at noon, so we're just chatting here for right now. If you want to just chill or invite some other people, that'd be nice. Invite some bros. Clay's going to move upstairs on his fancy gamer wall that he finally has. It's amazing.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, he finally set it up. It's quite beautiful. You should see his shrine. He has everything on there.
I somehow took a 3-foot shot and I put all 800 of my video games into it.
Yep, it's amazing.
Yep. That's how it works.
Yep. You know what's crazy though? It's like you literally could get away with just a fabric of green screen. We take a picture of all your collections and just cut it into the background. Yeah. And then that way you could just keep your shiny wall.
Multiple times, but he don't want to do it.
I know, dude. You have like a sick collection, bro.
Oh, I'm aware. I am well aware of the sickness of my collection.
It's like you just don't want to share it with the world.
It's mine.
He don't care.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my god.
My games.
Mine. All right, I'm gonna get this going. I gotta go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Got a lot of news coming up at noon, so stick around. Share the link to the stream if you have buddies that like to talk video games or any game news. That'd be great. And we're all about the love here in community. All right, let's take a look.
Love the community. I would love my sleep.
Yeah, well, I didn't stay up late or anything. It's not my problem.
Were you up late, Mel, or were you just working?
I was working.
Yeah, there you go.
Working on a drink.
No, I was not. Please do not get that wrong. I know. That's going to get me pissed off, and I don't want to do that, okay?
Yeah. Splash some water around. You'll be all right.
That never works.
Okay.
Love every time. That's everyone's excuse. It's like, oh, just splash some water on your face. Oh, wake you up. Bitch, I'll smack you.
6 hours of sleep. That sounds about standard.
No.
6 to 8.
I need my 8.
You need 8 to 10.
8 to 12.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding.
That's when I wake up even more tired than when I fucking fell asleep. When I oversleep 12 hours, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to wake up at all.
Can you guys hear me?
A little bit.
Hold on. BRB.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Joel, I thought you were gonna be RB.
I have to go to the restroom real quick, but yeah, there's that. Yeah. All right.
See the back of your head.
Yep. Big old bobblehead. There we go. 6 hours of sleep. Oof.
Yeah, now you know why I'm a little bit irritable.
Have you drank many coffees?
Before work, yes.
There you go.
Do you have to work today?
Yes.
What time?
7 p.m.
Ooh.
to 7 a.m.
Ooh.
That's why.
Ooh.
You're making more money though, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. See, there you go.
So she knows how valuable this position is right now.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get started with that. Clay, you almost up?
Yeah, I'll be there in a sec. You brought up. I was going to ask you something. Maybe you know the answer to this because you know things. So you said Cosmic was on YouTube right now, and that kind of reminded me of something. Whenever I watch Wasabi's stream, I have to watch it on YouTube because on Twitch it's just like buffer zone.
Okay.
Why would that be?
I don't know. Dark has stated the same thing, but it's only
Yeah.
to like specific individuals. And I
Yeah.
haven't like I don't know if it's something to do with maybe like the routing for their area, or if maybe a CDN is down and it's trying to connect to that and it's just having problems. But there should be like a node for them to connect to that's a lot easier, but maybe they're just routing wrong.
Yeah, it's so weird.
But at the same time, it's like I'm starting to believe that Twitch puts us in like some sort of limbo area, because it's not like our stuff gets pushed out that often. I don't know how Twitch works in the long run, but it's just like I don't feel like it's. I feel like something's wrong, but I can't. I don't think we're in control of it.
Is anyone ever in control?
I mean, Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon. Be like.
Bitch, I'm still waking up. I'm going to complain. I don't care.
Now. I'm going to complain. Meh.
I can already see Mel's eyes getting red.
Oh, so now she's Mel Red Eyes?
I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you have little like emote things now. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Did Umbrouse make that one also?
No, I had to commission this.
Oh, okay.
It almost looks like the camera is like on perfect square instead of 4x3.
I can't change how my avatar does. It's the program I'm using.
That's right.
Because I can't get the other one to work. So
It seems like it blends in, so it's not that big of a deal.
yeah, thankfully.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
Cosmic says, I usually run it on about 4 hours of sleep, and work is 8:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. Wait a second. 8:30 to 5 a.m.? How does that make sense?
Good question.
Wait, what? Cosmic, how does that make sense? How do you work from 8:30 a.m. to 5 a.m.? That's almost a full 24-hour period. Like, that doesn't even... No. Do you mean PM? Like 8:30 to 5 p.m.? That would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
Unless you work at a Cambodian sweatshop.
I mean, no judgment, you know.
Yeah,
a job's a job.
to each their
Yeah.
own. Yeah.
A job's a job, you know.
Don't cancel me, please.
Yeah.
Nothing against Cambodians.
No comment. I'm not going there. Nope.
He says 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. It's like, I can see those 4 hours of sleep really helping out right now.
Yeah, really.
All right, I'll be right back.
You're
2 minutes,
doing-
I know.
Mel, you're doing 12 hours, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to have to do that.
Mm.
I did that. So when I was doing like help desk work, I did 3 12s, and my boss was like, I realize that sucks, but you're still going to have to come in a 4th day for 4 hours to make your 40 hours a week.
Ooh.
And I was like, you all are awesome. Thank you.
I hate you, but I love you. Save the situation.
Hello, the Nitzel.
And it's
You chose us over ASMR. I don't know why anybody would choose ASMR anyway, but whatever.
The only kind of ASMR basically for sleep is Bob Ross. That's it.
I'm torn on Bob Ross. I'm torn on Bob Ross.
I grew up listening to that. That actually kept me asleep when I was a kid. Okay?
Nothing against Bob Ross.
No.
Love the show. Love Bob Ross. I'm down. Have you seen the Netflix documentary about Bob Ross?
No, I have not.
Okay. Essentially, the entire movie is about these greedy people who own the license of like Bob Ross's name and likeness and everything, and all of the merchandising rights. So, and they're like douchebags. And so it's one of those things where it's like, if I watch Bob Ross on Twitch, which I regularly do, I'm giving them money.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm kind of torn right now because I love Bob Ross and I want people to still know Bob Ross in 20 years from now.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to get money for it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know about all that.
Yeah.
I did see a kind of a smaller documentary on YouTube about them saying like any Bob Ross paintings are never sold.
Well, so these douchebag people, like they also like they were faking Bob Ross paintings. Like they live like this documentary. It's like I was like, oh hey, there's a Bob Ross documentary, and I was like, I really hope this documentary doesn't say like, oh no, in real life he was like a child molester or something. No, it's like it's none of that. It's just like he was great. He wasn't perfect. He had problems, but he was great, and he just wanted people to teach people how to paint. And then these other people that he went in business with basically just started taking over and like destroying his, life. And it was like, oh man, that sucks.
And what about the family that basically has a estate and everything?
So his son is in the documentary, and his son is in like older episodes of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wanted to like hand everything down to his son. And these people basically they made a deal with like Bob Ross's brother, who was also like a part owner of his company. And those people basically came in and just bought him out and said like, and so his son gets nothing.
Wow, that's shitty.
Yeah, it's total garbage. So like anytime you're at Target or something and you see like Bob Ross coffee mugs or actually, little Funko Pops or something, it's like they get money off everything. And I was like, and if I watch Twitch, they're getting ad revenue. So it's like, that sucks.
Ugh.
So yeah, it's unfortunate. And now Joel is making us late. It is 12:01.
On my computer's 12:02, but yeah.
It is now 12:02, yes. Even later. So yeah, that's why I'm torn about Bob Ross. It's like, I want to support the guy, but I can't. Pirate Bob Ross and put it on my Plex. Yes. And then give us access to your Plex. So that way we can share Bob Ross with the world and not give douchebag people any money off of it.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, if you watch the documentary, it's like, man, these are horrible freaking people. Like, this is awful. Oy. Okay. All right, Joel. What the F? Joe. Hey, BK. Yeah, Joel's on the pooper right now. He's pooping.
My mouth is so small. No.
You have no lower half, dear God.
Nope.
And your wings are clipped.
I can't help that. It's the IT program. Because in another program, it's fine. But for this program, It's cut.
Your wings are clipped.
Yeah. I know.
Should have had burritos last night. No, you should always have burritos, especially at night.
Ooh, especially on Taco Tuesday.
Oh man, the greatest.
Roberto's.
Hurts
the glands.
I'm actually more a fan of the Don Tortaco.
Don Tortaco? See, I've seen those around now, and there seem to be popping up more. Wifey and I are like, we go anywhere that's brand new, but it's just like, we just chalked it up to like another Roberto, so we skip it on occasion.
It is literally just a competitor to Roberto's.
For reals?
I think they're better, and they're also cheaper.
But better in which way?
Like, the quality of their food is better.
So it doesn't always feel like this runny, like grinded up meat kind of burrito.
Yeah, like no, like it's good. They're good. There's another place, way not close to you. It's way on the south side of town, but it's like they're called Fuego, and they're like that's even amazing.
Fuego.
See, Rompus knows. He lives in town. Yeah, Don Tortaco, in personal opinion, when we're not even on game news yet, okay?
Yeah.
When Roberto's a few years ago, I'm still butthurt about this. Roberto's raised all their prices a few years ago, like across the board, and then they started charging you extra if you use a credit card.
Oh, I hate those places.
And when that happened, I was like, that's it, Roberto's, I'm done. See you, bye.
Yeah.
And I started going literally everywhere else.
BK says Melbot got a new hairdo then, huh? It's like, yeah, she got a lot of new things.
It's all artsy now.
Yeah, it's cute. I like it. Little heart chain and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Putting you on the spot, Mel. Let's do this.
There you go.
All right. Ready to rock? Und roll.
It's that time for our weekly
Roberto's is good for middle of the night drunk eating. Yeah. Well, so is Don Tortaco.
By joining us at nerdjunkies.com.
Remember,
Twitch.
What was it called? Amigos Tacos.
12 noon Pacific.
Oh yeah. This is so good.
Disgusting.
I was thinking about that the other day actually, because somebody brought up there's a place on Las Vegas Boulevard that does like a 3-pound burrito, and I was like, Amigos used to do the 2-pound, and Joel actually ate it a few times.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know, but every single time, I knew I was gonna regret it in the morning if I ate a 3-pound burrito, but worth it.
Completely worth it. Worth every.
It was funny too because when we all got drunk, like all four of us, I think it was Lewis and Aaron, right?
Mm.
And when we would get drunk and we would go over there, like Lewis would not believe that I could eat that, no matter what. And
it was impressive.
Like, all right, here we go, Anaconda style. All right, so welcome to Game News, everyone, as we talk about our binge drinking adventures. Yeah, as always,
Las Vegas taco shops.
Yeah, from Mel Blue Eyes checking up the chats, and Clay Dottie giving you the news while I do the switchboard for you. Yeah, so we got a couple of game releases. The news, I mean, Clay, you stated it before the show. Not a lot, but this is usually what happens right before holidays. So
look, not every week is a winner, everybody. Okay, like last week there was like literally one story, and so that's why we canceled last week and just played Back 4 Blood for a few hours.
Yeah.
This week we have some news. Is it the most exciting news? No, but it's there. Okay, like that way we're not just taking 2 weeks off. Okay, so like whatever.
Yeah. Mel.
Today we're gonna get like rated and have like 1,000 users, and people are gonna be like, "Wow, this news kind of sucks," and I'm gonna be like, "I know."
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna be like, I'm gonna go to G4, even though they haven't been on for like years, but they're coming back.
Hey, it's like Tuesday, I think Tuesday or Wednesday is like G4 is back, and it's like there's even a video on their YouTube on like how do you watch G4, and it's basically their Twitch or their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, I don't know who would. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna ask the chats. Who in the chat still has a subscription to television cable, whether it be basic or a premium package with digital like all
We're
that
talking
stuff.
from not streamed TV. We're talking from a cable provider.
Yeah, like you have a
Direct
coax
TV,
cable that is only used for.
Tax.
Yeah.
Or you know what? That's a good point. So a
Dish
cable
network.
company or a satellite company.
Yeah.
Like who has actual TV?
See, the Nitzel's like.
I use streaming TV.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we have DirecTV Stream, which
Yeah.
is like live TV, but it's streamed. It's not through the cable company. But
Yeah. BK says I have Spectrum cable, but
There you
is
go.
it only internet or is it also TV?
Like, do you get your 75 channels for $400 a month, or
Yeah, 75. Do you get
Actually,
them?
we do, but I have it disconnected. That it was just the only way to get it for $75 a month.
Oh, so they gave you like the bundle deal or whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hate when they do that because sometimes the internet package is pretty sweet.
yeah.
Yes.
But it is what it is. I mean, the point that I was getting at is G4 does not have a home like it used to, right?
It technically, depending on your cable provider, they've actually partnered with a few cable providers. It's like 4 so far.
Okay.
So it is going to be on TV again.
Mhm.
It's just you have to live in like one of these very remote areas that can get it.
So just a very obscure, weird number of cable providers have it, and
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
But like it'll be on Twitch, it'll be on YouTube,
Right.
whatever.
And that's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
where's your market at, right? G4 is probably going to be better off on Twitch anyway, and
Mhm.
YouTube, and
It's-
streaming services in general.
That's the thing. For the people who are going to watch G4,
Mm-hmm.
not old fogies like me who watched it back in the day when it was on,
Yeah.
but like the younger kids who are going to get into it, they don't have TV, right? Like it's going to primarily, like they're going to make all their money on Twitch and Amazon, or
Right.
Twitch and YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey Raven.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Raven.
All right, let's get started. We got a couple of game releases, and we're gonna fly through them because they're game releases.
They
I mean,
are
if you wanna take-
they are so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
sorry
Actually,
for
one of them I actually am excited for, but we'll get there.
We'll go get there. So, starting off, game releases.
Oh God.
All right, so we got Nerf Legends, just another attempt at making Nerf cool again, and it looks like they're going in the form of video games. What is this, a first-person shooter? What do we got here?
It's a third using Nerf. This is where like marketing stuff comes into play, right?
I don't know about marketing.
It's a multiplayer shooter kind of game with like challenges and target ranges and stuff, but all the guns in the game are actual Nerf toys.
Oh,
So if you like the gun in the game, you can go to the toy store and buy that Nerf gun.
so
I
it's
mean, that makes
self-promoting.
sense.
Which is like I said, that's where marketing comes into play. I thought that was actually really smart.
Yeah,
It was
I mean, that
like-
makes sense.
So like your kids, if they're gonna have Nerf gun wars and stuff, you could be like, oh, I really like this gun, and like let's go to the toy store. It's $50 or whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark is pointing out on the chats that I thought Mel was going to get a new body, and BK automatically responds, she got some enhancements.
Enhancements.
Yeah, she's more like a 3.0 now.
There you go.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I think it looks cool.
Looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
don't make her laugh, or
What
the
you say,
entire
Dark?
show just derails from here.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Cool.
Yeah, but looks like Nerf Legends. It's on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, all of them. PS4, PS5.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like a. I mean, it looks like a Fortnite sort of thing.
So
Kinda.
it's a good thing that you brought that up, because I was going to mention this. Like, okay, Nerf guns. I'm not hitting it, but what is happening right now?
Children, get off me.
Who are these invaders? Yeah. I'm not hating on Nerf. I think Nerf guns are awesome. Like, Nerf guns are fun. They're safe, whatever.
Safe.
You are going to be playing with, like, kids are still going to be playing with Nerf guns.
Right.
Like, but with things like Roblox and Fortnite, I don't see a lot of kids playing this game.
No?
Yeah.
No. I think this game is a good idea, but there's already too much, like with Roblox and Fortnite, which are dominating kids' activities on computers and video games.
Yep.
I think this is just going to go completely under the radar.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean,
What do we?
really?
What?
Other way, Clay. Other way.
What are we doing here? I don't like.
I don't know anymore.
Mel's
I
arm,
give up.
Mel's hand is occupied by holding that microphone right there. That's what.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
But
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Mel.
that was Go on, Mel.
I was gonna say, like, since basically Fortnite's already selling a bunch of like Nerf guns anyway, so I mean, all the kids are gonna just be stuck on Fortnite. They're not gonna switch.
It feels
This
like
would be basically a grandma found it and gives it to their grandson for Christmas.
Yeah,
that's what it
exactly.
feels like. It's like that gift that you're like, Grandma, but I told you I have an Xbox. This is a PS5 game. It's like, I know, but that's what
And
the
she's
person
like,
told me.
I know. That's why I got you a Nintendo. And you're like, okay. Yeah.
Thanks, Grandma.
And then the logical, like, your parents talking to you about, like, always be grateful and always show that you're grateful is like, thanks, Grandma.
You're the best. Love you, Grandma.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have the receipt for this, would you, Grandma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, Nerf. I mean, I don't think that anyone can go wrong with these kind of games, but it's definitely like a sweet spot of age groups, right? And even now, like that sweet spot is starting to get a little bit more fine-tuned because a lot of kids are now starting to jump into video games a lot sooner. If you take a look at Roblox, it's like, bro, the entry level for that game is like, do you have fingers? Yes.
Yeah.
Use it. Okay. And so it kind of just puts away all that like physical toy kind of thing back into like recession for them, because I don't even see like a lot of kids now being like, ooh, back in the day when we were kids, ooh, that Furby just came out. We got to go get that Furby because it's mega popular. It's like, there's no toy like that. It's either, it either has a plug and it's electronic or it's online. Right?
Yep.
So
The sad part about kids now.
I mean,
But
just
like
I don't know if that sucks only because we have fond memories of playing physically in the real world, but
that's the thing. I don't see Nerf slowing down. Like Nerf is I don't think they're going to go anywhere because they are genuinely fun to play with. Kids still like Nerf guns.
right.
I mean, there's some adults that like to just do battle warfares with this stuff.
I know I know a couple of adults that will modify their stuff just to be shooting harder and faster. So
I know a guy who does that. Like
yeah.
Like literally like these are he puts batteries and stuff into his Nerf guns and wires it, so it's like you could fire that little Nerf foam dart like 200 feet or something like that. It's crazy.
So it definitely does help with like if these are actual real Nerf guns being depicted in the game, I can see how cross promotion of like, hey, I have that Nerf gun that I really love in the game, but then you have the hard sell of getting them in the game in the first place.
That's the thing. Like I said, I don't think Nerf is going anywhere. Nerf guns are still going to be around 20 years from now, but this game, just because it's like its audience is for kids and those kids are already playing other things.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
all right.
I don't see this taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe this one is out already this week. If not, it will be out soon, sometime this week. Yeah.
It comes out on like Tuesday.
Yeah. See?
What's up?
All
Robert?
right. Next one. What up, Robert? Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. I have never heard about this game ever.
This is the one I was excited about.
Why is that?
Because the Sherlock
Holmes games.
There were two others before this. So this is by this small little indie developer named Frogwares. We actually saw them at E3 a few years ago. They have two other Sherlock Holmes games that they've made. One's called Crimes and Punishment, which came out like this is back in like the Xbox One, PS3 day or the PS4 days. And then there was one called the sequel to that was called Sherlock Holmes: The Devil's Daughter. Both games are awesome. If you like mystery, detective-y, crime-solving type stuff. And the reason they're cool, I'm going to make a direct parallel here. If you played LA Noire,
Mm-hmm.
no driving, no shooting. It's all just the detective hunting for clues, putting together the story kind of stuff. But similar to LA Noire, that a lot of other games don't do, you can make the wrong deduction and the game will just adapt. It's like in LA Noire, if you like pick the wrong guy as the murderer, your captain yells at you and you get like a 1-star rating for the mission or something like that. In this game, if you're like, so you have this like mind map kind of thing where you're like putting clues together and stuff like that. And the game will just let you go like down the wrong path and just be like, oh yeah, the butler did it. And it's like, the butler wasn't even there. Like the butler died 20 years ago and you're just like, yep, the butler did it. And the game will just let you move forward. So it's like, you can come to the wrong, like deductions and have like the wrong people arrested and stuff.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but both those other games, Crimes and Punishment and Devil's Daughter, those games are actually really fun. I like this series. It's called Chapter 1 because Sherlock's all young now. It's like it's like an prequel,
origin story kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of thing. But because of that, I'm actually really looking forward to this game.
That's cool, but this is definitely like one of those games that are huge narrative-driven kind of games, right? Like
a lot of story, a lot of talking to people, a lot of walking around rooms and finding clues.
I don't mind games like that where they're like narrative heavy. I don't like games that are narrative heavy and don't have voice actors to kind of get you there and get you involved into the story. If you have to read every sentence, it's like, bro, I'm all right. I'll play something else that uses my overpriced PS5 or whatever to play whatever. But that's just my opinion.
No, I get it. Yeah, but like I said, like this is the one for this next week coming up. It's like I've got it on my GameFly list, not gonna lie. So it's like I'm ready to play this.
As soon as Joel heard no shooting, the life died in his eyes for this game.
It's like,
all of a sudden I'm just like,
the PS5 is not overpriced, lol. It sure the hell is. $500. It's a barely better PS4. Why is that $500?
Is it barely better though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is like the PS4, and then you got like the PS5 can do like a little bit better.
All right. So hold on. There are
and you
things
still can't find the PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's more popular. You know, that's why.
But there are things that the PS5 can do that video games currently released on PS4 and PS5 do not take advantage of yet. Yeah. So there are some games that do.
You are paying for that new SSD. Yeah. Because the load times on some PS5 games are awesome.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them. The graphics are a little bit better on the PS5 than the PS4. A little
are the same. The resolution is the difference.
You're getting faster frame rates and faster load times.
Yeah.
On the PS5, the visuals not noticeable that much. It's way better than the 4. I disagree. I have both. I disagree. Yeah. To me, the PS5 gets turned on maybe once a month right now because it's like there's an Overwatch event or there's like I need to redeem my free PlayStation Plus games.
Right.
And then it shuts right back down.
Because but can it do 120 frames per second? Not a lot of games can do 120.
Not a lot of games support 120 at the moment.
And guess what? The games that do support 120 aren't that great either.
Yeah.
You know, they're like more like a freebie, like free to play game that's just like, there's not a lot of graphical power that's required for this, so we'll just do 120 frames.
Yeah. I have a 4K TV. I do not have an 8K TV. I have a 4K that does 60. It is not a 4K 120, but like
who has an 8K TV? If somebody in the chat has it, put it up.
Even the 4K games the games that support 4K, I usually turn that off because you're locked in at 30 frames.
Yeah.
and it's like
Oof.
that's old school, man. Like that's like
Why?
yeah, like Miles Morales. I purposely put it into that performance RT mode, which turns off 4K, but it gives you 60 frames with
Ray
semi ray tracing and all that stuff. That was outstanding because of the 60 frames, not because it was 4K. The 4K 30 sucks. Like
Wow.
like Joel and I were talking about that before the show because I'm playing the GTA 3 definitive edition thing right now, and there's a 4K 30 mode or a like downscaled 60, and it's like I'm playing it on 60 because 30 frames is like OG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a question for you now that consoles are getting into the higher frame rate scenarios, but I'll save it for after game news because I feel like it's super important. And then not only that, but I'd like to get your feedback on what high frame rate games have felt for you. But I'll get to that after this one. Sherlock Holmes coming to everything and your mom on November 16th. Coming to your mom.
Yep.
November
On
16th,
Disney.
2021. PC, all the PlayStations and all the Xboxes, and Steam and good old games, which is great.
Mhm.
All right, next one up, we got, I believe this one is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Are they just running out of...
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and this is also a re-release of a previous of previous Pokemans.
So many
So-
Pokemans.
I'm actually kind of surprised you posted this up, Clay, because you didn't even post up Pokemon Snap when it was released.
Ooh.
Here's why.
I don't want to hear
Here's
you
why.
say I don't care about it because Pokemon blah 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 blah.
That has nothing to do with it.
Mm.
Pokemon being hot garbage aside, the reason I didn't do Pokemon Snap is because most of the time, I'm going to say like a good 75-80% of the time, when I'm putting together the new releases that we talk about, I usually don't mention re-released games. I usually don't, because it's like, it's not really a new release. We've already played this game. But this week coming up, not that much going on.
You
So I was-
realize that Pokemon Snap was basically, it's not the original game, right?
It was an N64 game, and now it's out again. Re-release.
No,
Done.
it's not the same game. It's not the same game.
Do you take pictures of Pokemans?
It's not the same game.
Is there a camera?
Clay.
Is there Pokemans?
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yes, out this week. Yeah, it's a
But
Pokemon game, and there are many
Yeah.
more Pokemons.
There are Pokemans. You buy them. You have to buy 2 versions because Nintendo treats us all like idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
and
there's
they
Pokemans.
know we'll buy it.
So it's been a
because they
thing
will.
since the Game Boy days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, what's
How
there
do
to
we
say
get
about
more
Pokemon?
money?
I think I've never been like a huge fan of Pokemon.
Mhm.
So for me, it's like another release. But I just don't know if there's anything cool about this game that would even start getting people who are who don't know anything about Pokemon to start buying these games.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like an easy introduction to Pokemon for people of that age group now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're starting from an area where it's just like you already have so much behind it as far as lore, but I'm just not a Pokemon player.
they are supposed to be releasing a technically story-based version of Pokemon, which is Legends of Arceus, I think.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's
It's like
that
a
Arceus
prequel
game.
to
Yeah.
a lot of all the Pokemon games, I believe. It's supposed to be like a prequel to them all.
Oh, okay. Robert says play the card game
The card
first.
game.
That's where it all started, right?
Oh, no.
Or was it the show?
I think.
Did Red and Blue come out before the card game?
Hold on.
Here we go. To the Wikimobile. All right. But while she is looking that up,
I don't Pokemon, so it's like, okay, sure.
Let's see. The card game
mention
came
it.
out in October 1996 in Japan.
Mhm.
Pokemon Red. and blue. September 28th, 1998. So the card game came out first.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So they built an entire show around the card game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
I
cool.
couldn't remember.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was like that too, right? They started off like that.
Yeah. Card game and then the TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, Pokemon is obviously coming to anything Nintendo. So Nintendo Switch at first. We got November 19th. That's in about 6 days. If you're interested in this one, go pick it up. And if you have a Nintendo Switch, obviously.
Go buy both so Nintendo gets all the money.
Yep. So that way they can keep on giving you small little upgrades of their consoles.
Yep.
And then you'll keep on buying them.
Yep.
All right. Are we close to game release or game rumor control at this point? Is this Metal Gear Story rumor control, Clay?
This is technically rumor control because even though Konami has been very open about this, there's a lot of people freaking out on the internet right now.
Oh, we talked about this on the Discord too, right?
Yeah, we did. So
So we got rumor control.
So
Sorry.
Konami has been delisting Metal Gear games on digital storefronts. And even though they're like, it's okay, it's temporary, there's a lot of people like, fuck Konami, they're burying Metal Gear because Kojima and blah, blah.
You would have thought they'd done it like 2 years ago.
You would think once he quit the company, they would have been like, and your franchise is dead.
Yeah.
No.
And we killed our moneymaker, but we also killed your spirit. There you go.
Yeah. Metal Gear still makes a lot of money for them, so this is not going anywhere. It is temporary. They have to renew some licensing on older real life footage that they use in these games. So like when you're playing Metal Gear Solid and Natasha Romanenko is talking to you about nuclear warheads for 4 hours, there's a lot of real footage of like nukes taking off and explosions and all that stuff.
Oh.
They have to renew the licensing for real life footage that they put into these games.
So it's a licensing issue.
It's totally a licensing thing. They basically say, while these are being renewed, they're being removed from the stores, then they renew the licensing on the back end, and then they re-release them on the storefront.
You want to know how crazy that is? So, to put it in perspective, game companies will remove things from stores if there's like a licensing issue with music or video. This is the first time I've heard about video licensing issues.
It's usually
stock
music,
footage,
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like you'll release crap, and then people will tell you, customers will tell you, hey, there's these problems, and it'll go on untouched for months, right? But the moment that there's a licensing issue that could be a hit to your title, we're removing them from the store.
Oh, because at that point, it's a legal issue.
And I get that, which is
if
why
a game is broken, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It's like Konami's barely making money off video games as it is.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It's like
their money is more on gambling, I would think, at this point.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's really all it is.
Yeah, but now it's like now it sucks because it's like, where the hell am I going to get a copy of Metal Gear Survive? Oh, damn it.
I mean, in the situation, you're actually a human being who wants to play Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
That's,
Ooh,
I think we can all agree that can just stay in the
Yeah.
bin of never existing ever
can
again.
you, like, Konami, do me a favor. Can you just leave it unreleased? Everything else is fine. Just leave that alone.
Whoever has it in their library, which I don't know why.
It was technically a freebie on Games with Gold like 2 years ago. So I technically have a copy of it.
Well,
Did
you're
you
a
ask for a
Metal Gear
refund?
fan, so
I have never launched it. It has been untouched, and it's like, I guess. I mean, I've got a bunch of crappy games in my freebie library, so why not?
Yeah.
Konami, just keep that in the. We're never gonna release this again on the store. We
Yeah,
apologize.
for real.
Please come back to us.
Please
Sorry
come back
about
to
that.
the fold and let
If you-
Kojima.
If the rumors are true, and I think we covered this like half a year ago, that they're working on like remakes of Metal Gear games, and they're going to make a new Silent Hill game and all that stuff. If that happens, they might start getting some attention again.
Yeah.
As it is right now, it's like every now and then, like once every few weeks, like the Castlevania Classics collection goes on sale, and people go, "Oh, hey, that's cool," but
that's about it, right? Like that's
Yeah.
barely any fan service.
Recently they released that like they're called the Castlevania Advance collection, which is like all the GBA games, which those are really good. Yeah, like they can make a few bucks off that. That's about it. Aside from that, Konami is still, as BK should know, they are still fighting to get eFootball to actually work.
Yeah.
There was also I saw this like I think it was a week ago. BK would know about this easily, but it was like eFootball. Technically, it's like it's there. It released, but it's not even like it's still kind of like early access. So the 1.0 version, which was supposed to be out like this fall, got delayed till like April. And it's like, so the game, it's like even the early access is so messed up that they can't even like release the 1.0 version of the game yet. Yeah.
That's
And I was like,
sad.
just GG, Konami.
Konami.
Either way, whatever.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. I mean, it's Konami. They're kind of right
A
now
mess.
at the bottom. They're scrapping for anything that they can make money off of.
Yeah.
But whatever. All right, let's move on to. I think it's time now. I think we finally got to game news.
Game news. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right.
I don't know what's going on. All right.
All right, so I guess there's some updates from Nintendo. They had a Q&A, and now we got some information going on. Clay, what's the highlights here?
So,
Give 'em
as
the-
with most major corporations, they do these like investor meetings like every quarter, you know, and a lot of these that's when we get like actual real info from, you know, these secretive companies like Nintendo. So they did a Q&A. This is one of those things where like if you are a shareholder, you can now participate in these QA sessions, and they don't have to answer anything, but you know, usually they do. There was just a few notes on this. I thought it was kind of cool. One of them, or some are cool, some are not, but it's like one of them, they mentioned the lifeline of the Switch is only halfway over. So anybody out there who's like, the Switch Pro is coming, guys, keep waiting, because at the moment we're only halfway done on the Switch. It's been out for 4 years now. So
Yeah,
they're
pretty
banking on the
standard,
Switch being another 4 years. So if we're going to get an upgrade to the Switch, you might be looking at 4 more years.
Yeah, because
You know,
because if you look at cycles between upgrades for major consoles, it's usually about anywhere between 6 to 10 years.
Right.
And 6 for some of the lesser known consoles, to be honest with you, because it's like they're hurting for whatever. If I would think that Switch being the money grabbers that they are for consoles, even though their games sell, they would want to at least, again, go to a certain standard of resolution and whatnot. But they've never been the console that's just like, we boast the current gen of resolution and graphics everywhere. That's not that's not their bag, baby.
That's never been their bag, baby.
No. So it's just like, yes, they could print money with a new Switch model that just has everything, but I would think that now is the time more than any, especially with Steam and their Steam Deck, that they'd want to start, you know, taking away a little bit of interest from them and being like, hey, yeah, we are currently aware of it, which is why we're working on this amazing model. You know what I mean? It's just like, but they're not. So anything else from here that is pretty interesting, Clay? Or
a few things, but real quick, BK just threw in there the fact that the GTA Definitive Edition is kind of a broken mess on the PC right now. It's actually live again. It went live again. It was either last night or this morning. So for the past few days, you couldn't buy it on PC. Like, because you have to buy it through the Rockstar launcher. and
Ugh.
that was kind of pulled offline for the past couple days. But yeah, it is back online now. So if you do want to play it on PC, you can actually buy it now, which is the good thing.
So is Rockstar doing a discount for the definitive editions if you already have like any of the other games, or is this just like straight up
What do you think?
I don't know. I know some good guy companies that are just
I own 72 copies of all those games. You think I've got a discount once?
I'm just...
They know Clay's going to pay full price for them all.
Look,
come on.
Hey,
come on.
There are examples where remakes actually get a discount. Like if you take a look at Crysis games, right? Like they have discounts for people who already own it, so long as they do it on the same launcher. It makes sense. But it's just like, I didn't know if Rockstar was just like, hey, good guy Rockstar, we're gonna...
This is Rockstar, this is Take-Two Interactive, this is... Look at what they're doing with GTA Online and Red Dead Online. They are nickel and diming at all times.
That sucks.
Okay,
though.
like, it does suck, but what am I gonna do? Not play Vice City again? Come on.
I mean...
Get out of here with that.
Yeah, you've already played Vice City.
Yeah, like 1 billion times.
Right.
And
so
he's gonna play 1 billion more. We all know
exactly. This is part of life, man.
Is there a different
your life?
Is there a different ending on this whole, like any other iterations of Vice City?
It looks different because it's definitive now. Unreal Engine 4, baby.
Moving on.
Back to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I was like, okay, like not surprising, but still like this is kind of like a facepalm kind of thing. They are going to be doubling down on their mobile games effort. If anybody has played any of Nintendo's like official mobile games, they all suck. And so mobile's the future. I get that, and like it's not slowing down. It makes a fortune, but they just need to do better at this. Like if like, so like Dr. Mario was live for like 2 years and it's already been pulled because like it stopped making money. Yeah. Mario Kart's still there. I think Fire Emblem is still online, but Miitomo got pulled. I think Super Mario Run might still be alive. I'm not sure, but
it's still alive. But most of those games are like on rails, like platformer, or they're like the go-kart game doesn't really even give you a lot of control. It's literally like
it's awful. Yeah, it's awful.
It's like Temple Run.
All of their mobile games are just gotcha mechanics and microtransactions. Which you can say that about any mobile game, but it's like Nintendo should do better.
Yeah. Right?
Because like these games are all terrible. But no, they're focusing their efforts on that, and it's like, okay, whatever. Another one is they mentioned that more movies are in the works. So right now we know about Super Mario because the big announcement and Chris Pratt and all that stuff. So they mentioned that that's only the start of their relationship with this company who's doing the animation on the movie. They didn't mention any titles, but a lot of internet speculation right now is basically pointing to, so you remember like a few weeks ago we talked about how in Super Nintendo World in Japan that they're adding on a big Donkey Kong expansion. That's kind of everybody speculating. Probably the next movie after Mario would be Donkey Kong, which is Seth Rogen playing the voice on that, if you remember. So I thought that was cool. I was like, I actually like the idea of Seth Rogen playing Donkey Kong's voice.
So is like Johnny Depp going to be like Star Fox or something like that?
Like, Johnny Depp got canceled, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I'm not getting into this. All right, continue on, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's kind of nice that they were able to do a Q&A and answer some of the questions that are on here. But that's not really known from them too often, right? Like they don't really
they don't spill the beans often, and but these are, like I said, like even the answers they gave us, there was nothing definite. Like there was no, these are the mobile games coming out and these are the movies that are in the works. This is them just giving as much info, like as minimum as possible to their shareholders.
Right.
just to be like, yes, we are continuing on mobile games because they make money.
Right.
Yes, we think these movies are going to do very well. We're releasing more movies.
They want people to invest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I have a
it is.
question for you. We're gonna take a quick discussion break, and I have a question because in PC land,
Mhm.
120 hertz, 140, 230, and even 360 hertz monitors have been around for a couple years now. And I'm not a console guy. I don't have any consoles really that are worth a damn. So I think anything that would even be considered a console is like a Steam little
a Steam
player.
box.
A Steam box, and it's not even like powerful or anything. It's literally like a client. As a console player, this goes for Mel as well. If you have any consoles that you play on, do 120 hertz games or gameplay feel different to you as far as like the controls or even visually? Does it feel different than a 60 frames per second kind of thing, or do you prefer only playing in 160 if you can't fully get 120 hertz out of the game? What is your take on high frame rate games on console? And this goes to the chat as well, if you all have been ever playing high frame rate games.
I have a very bad answer to this. I haven't played any 120 hertz games yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a monitors powerful enough to even get up to that point.
60 versus 30 is night and day. 60 versus 30 is like, I don't know how I can survive without 60 hertz now. 120, I would love to try it out. I just don't have a TV that can do it.
That's right. Too, like you also have to have a TV that will take a 120 hertz input, and that's most modern TVs now. Not every TV though.
Right.
For those of you out there who are just like, oh, I have a 120 hertz image 3D comb filter kind of thing, it's like, no, that's not 120. That's interlacing. That's
fake 120.
Yeah, that's fake 120. Yeah. So most LED high frame rate TVs are for reals 120. But I just haven't met anyone that's just like, bro, like I have to have this feature for a game. Console gamers have never been like that. So I don't know if like they see the benefits in the controls and the responsiveness of their controls versus what it would have been at 60 or 30.
It's probably just marketing, but that's what like, okay, so Gears 5, if you have the TV and you have a Series X and you have all that stuff, Gears 5 plays at 120 for the multiplayer mode.
Okay.
And so that's something that they have advertised, and it's probably just to be like, we could probably get more play on esports and Gears 5 if we advertise this.
Right.
If it makes a difference or not, I've never tried it, so I don't know.
All right.
But then again, I'm also old and I don't have the reflexes that I used to. So it's like.
So for PC gamers, I feel like it's night and day when you go to 120 from 60. Only because clearly like the controls for PC are just that complicated to you start to feel a difference in your mouse and whatnot.
Right.
But for me, it's never a visual thing, so much more so that it's a control thing. Now you can feel the controls being snappier on PC. To me, I don't know about anybody else. Maybe you can tell us in the Discord if you've had that experience. Let us know, because I'm always interested in those kind of things. But let's move on to the next one. I believe the next one is talking about this Switch. You were saying that it's only half done. That was part of this article.
Yeah, so those next three are all part of the same one. Go down to Steam Deck.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Not this one. This is the Playdate.
That's Playdate. We can talk about that too. That's next anyway, but the one right above that.
All right, I'll put it up.
Okay.
But go right ahead. All right.
There you go. So, did either of you pre-order a Steam Deck?
I did not.
No.
Okay. It just got delayed a few months.
That's
Oh
it.
my god.
For everybody out there who's like, oh, it's
Wait,
coming
wait,
this
wait.
holiday.
Hold up. It got delayed, and it's going past the shipping date is gonna be sometime in February 2022.
Yeah. So
That was the whole point of this release window, is to meet the holidays.
They're not going to meet the holidays.
But then we'd have to pay attention to our relatives coming over.
It's like, wait, I can't just like.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat all my stuff and welcome. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it got delayed. Shipping, supply chain, overseas shipping.
Sure, whatever. Chip shortage.
All the same
whatever.
stuff that you've heard for the past 2 years. That affected this, and it got delayed. I didn't pre-order one anyway, so this doesn't do anything to me. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Dude, that's a pretty hefty pushback.
Yeah.
That's what, 4 months, 5 months? November, December, January, February, 4 months?
4 months, yeah. I do know a good buddy of mine was really hoping to get one as soon as possible. So it sucks for him. Another guy is one of those guys that just buys and sells things like crazy. So he'll buy it, play it once, and be like, yeah, whatever, sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Sucks, man.
I know 2 people who pre-ordered them, so it's like there's still a lot of people dying to get their hands on this thing. So it's
but nobody has it, right? Nobody's has it, and nobody's gonna have it for another 4 months anyway. So, I mean,
I don't think this holiday season thing. This is not going to hurt the sales at all.
No,
they are going to. The first year on this is going to be huge. They're going to sell the crap out of these things.
But I do think that this opens like a huge challenge, and now that the Steam Deck is part of those, like the Steam Deck is literally like a holiday item that a lot of people, I would think, are wanting to jump on.
Mm-hmm.
But then pushing it back and being one of the victims of the whole shipping crisis right now is definitely like starting to raise some flags about what things might look like this coming year if we continue to have these shipping problems. But then it's just a layered problem, right? It's like, it's not just shipping, it's also the manufacturing of it, it's also moving the product overseas. All this other stuff it has affected anything that is electronic, or even just some of your physical items that are coming overseas, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand like the severity of where we're at as far as like the infrastructure of the United States. But I won't go into that. This is just crazy. This sucks, and it's raising some alarms in my head. But let's talk.
If people have not figured this out yet, shipping on anything right now sucks.
Yeah.
Get your Christmas, holiday, Hanukkah shopping done as soon as possible.
So it's crazy because I told.
Oh, it's right here on Amazon. Click, and it'll be there in January.
Yeah.
But
whatever happened to overnight shipping? Overnight shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's crazy. My hat goes out to all the truckers out there and everyone who's doing who's helping us out with any of the shipping. But thank you for all your hard work. All right, well, that sucks for anyone who's pre-ordered Steam Deck. Now let's go on to a next pre-order. What do we got here with a play date?
The play date that I pre-ordered.
You did pre-order
it?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
You can't wait for me to play it once and be like,
I can't wait for you
to
to play the fishing game
You
once.
were on
and be like,
the fence about getting it.
I was on the fence, and then because I'm just a sucker and a chump, I totally pre-ordered it. Playdate was also delayed. They sent out an email because where I pre-ordered one, I got the email on it, and they briefly mentioned it on their Twitter post here. But basically, they got all of their models in, and like, hey, we ordered like 100,000 of them or something like that, and then they suddenly realized they had an issue with the batteries. Like, so they basically have to ship all of them back to like Malaysia or wherever and swap the batteries and then get them all back. So They're getting pushed out a few months on that. I am not overly dying to get my hands on the play date. I think it's going to be a fun little thing, but the fact that this got delayed, I was like, I'm like just checking email at work, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Next, all right, it's okay, like,
All right.
oh no, my holiday is ruined because of no. It's like this is like I'll get it whenever it comes out. I don't care. Like.
Well,
This
at least they're
this isn't like I ordered my Xbox Series X and it got delayed. It's like no, this was, which is something I play all the time. This is something that I will occasionally be like, oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna play the 5 games and never touch it again. It's gonna be in his storage. In his closet.
Dude, that sucks.
So my speaking of that, like my I don't know if you guys saw this last year or 2 years ago, Nintendo put out a re-release of the Game & Watch,
Oh,
like that little thing. So for Mario's 35th anniversary. So this year they released one for Zelda. I just got mine yesterday. Like it just released yesterday, and I was talking to a buddy of mine at work who also did the same thing, and he's like, so the Game & Watch is supposed to be in today, and I'm like, yeah, I checked Amazon earlier, it's supposed to be shipping today. He goes, yep, time to get that, take it out of the box, play it once, put it back in the box, and never touch it again. And I was like, that's exactly what I did with my Mario Game & Watch. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Off. Okay, see you, bye. All right.
I'm about to say, like, I still see the Mario ones all over like Walmarts and stuff like
because okay, Nintendo, if you remember all of the drama about the NES Classic, where they released like a limited supply of it, they were being scalped like crazy, so they did a second running of it just so people could get their hands on it. I think Nintendo was so scarred by that even with the Super NES Classic and the Game & Watch, then the Mario trilogy game on the Switch, like they put out way too many copies of these things. They're gonna sell. I'm not worried about that at all. Like they are going to sell, but I think like once all the nerds who appreciate it got their hands on one, it was like, hey, average human beings, do you want one of these? And they're like, why would I want that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I still find a couple of the Super Mario 3D stars out like at Best Buys as well.
I see them at Target all the time, and I thought they were going to be in more high demand. But the crappy thing, again, I know we talked about this a few months ago, like last March when they got shut down, was like for the people out there who want to play it, Nintendo removed it from the eShop, so you have to buy the physical cart now, which is like something I would do anyway, but. There's a lot of parents and stuff out there who don't want to have physical games because their kids are going to lose them or they're going to break or something. It's like, I mean, so it sucks. But
that solution that has been around since like the early 2000s of downloading games is like it's been there for a while now. The only people that I could see wanting to buy physical copies are the collectors, right? Yeah, they're collectors. Yes. You, Clay. We get it.
A resident collector. We get it.
Yeah, we got it. You have 60 of everything. Got it.
Of all of GTA 3.
Yeah, they're all GTA. But here's the thing, like, why would you want to do physical copies at this point, right? I just don't see a reason for that. Yeah. I mean, except for collectors. I totally put you in a different category. I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe some people, if it's not a collector, maybe some people just find a sense of security knowing that they're always going to have access to the media, even if it goes offline, right? If something goes offline, then you won't have to worry about it. Yes.
I am worried about Clay.
Yeah, well, Clay's a different beast.
I hug my games every night.
You sure don't put them up. You sure don't put them up on the wall. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, really. So show off your collection.
Where is that damn broken record at? Hold on. I know it's around here.
Oh. You'll be fine.
Man.
Hey.
Maybe. Hold on. Maybe if I move this dead horse out of the way, I can find my broken record. Maybe
Look,
maybe the broken record, maybe the dead horse is lying on top of the broken record. Hold
Look.
on a second.
look, the quiet chat has spoken. The silent chat has spoken. They want that wall filled up. You
Please,
need to stop blending into it. You look like just a beard with eyes.
sir, look behind me.
I'm just saying, bro. But either way. All right, let's get on with it. I think we have one last one, and we have a comment here from Robert. He says the price better drop if I'm just downloading it versus buying a physical copy.
They'll never do that.
He's absolutely right.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
And back in the early days of digital gaming, that was how it worked. If you bought a digital version of it, it was cheaper than the physical version.
Right.
And then somebody was like, we could probably just get the same amount of money, right? Like,
And
full price it is.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what ended up happening. And it's just like, wait a second, you slipped that in there, you sneaky buggers. Like,
you cheeky fuckers.
you cheeky fuckers. Like, you knew what you were doing. You knew how you kept on giving us all those reasons why, hey, we got to charge $60 for a game, like for all the physical media, because there's, logistics, and then there's cardboard and plastic that we have to mold, and art,
There are
and all
additional costs. It
Right.
makes sense.
And that made sense. But
Yes.
then it's just like, oh, by the way, most of our sales are now digital. It's like, why are games still $60?
Oh no, games are going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, companies, why are your games still $60?
Yeah.
Hello?
Because
70
money.
is becoming the norm now.
Yeah, and for us, like us weirdos who like physical games, we're even getting shafted on certain things. So like Sega is charging more for add-ons and DLC if you have the physical game than if you have it digitally.
Oof.
What?
So like, for instance, Yakuza. If I were to buy like Yakuza Like a Dragon, I can buy the Ultimate Edition that comes with all DLC for $90, which is like digital. So it's all digital, and it just comes pre-baked in with all the DLC. But if I buy the disc, $60, and then I add on all that extra DLC, it's 60 more bucks. It's not 30, it's 60.
Because they can't track. Well, their excuse is probably going to be like, hey, we can't confirm that you have the original, so we're going to charge you more for the...
It doesn't matter. Xbox Live is going to charge me the same amount of money. I'm just saying. It's like, yeah, I don't know. So us physical gamers are getting shafted like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to our last one. I believe this one is involving Xbox and Microsoft and PC gamers. Oh my.
my
I
God.
specifically wanted to bring this up because you were complaining about this the other day.
Yes. So
Yeah.
So Xbox app on Windows 10 and Windows 11 sucks ass. I mean, it has the functionality that you would look for Xbox game, but it feels all over the place. And not only that, it's really clunky. Like crashes, some weirdness going on where like certain games will say, hey, play the game, and you'll play the game, be like, there's an update pending, please update your game. And it's just like, okay, let me open up the Xbox app, let me figure this out and see. Okay, I'm gonna update. Wait, it's a play button, so there's no button, right? So I should be good to go. I should be able to play the game. Oh no, I figured out the hard way. And Mel, I don't know if you figured this out too. You have to go to the Microsoft App Store sometimes to update games in the Xbox app just to get it to play right. And there is no communication of where you're supposed to update, nor is there a link to like start prompting the update when you open up Xbox. So you have to do two things in two different apps to get it to update so you can finally play. If anything, this is a negative on the Xbox Game Pass, because it's like you're already trying to make it easy by having Xbox app on the Windows 11, Windows 10 installation, but then you're not providing information on where to get that, and it only makes it feel like two different teams are building two different things that are supposed to work together. You have single sign-on down. You got that. You know, whenever I want to play a game and it's the first time I'm doing it and you want to go grab a license, which costs money and all that other stuff, you got that down. But to update a game, trash. And so what does this article say? They're trying to make it better?
So this is from Polygon. Technically, this was all done on a video that they put on the Xbox YouTube channel. But Polygon just kind of did a good job of kind of like summing it up. If you joined the Insider program, which is kind of like their public beta testing, forum.
Right.
If you join the Insiders program, you can get access to the newer Game Pass app, which has such improvements. And one of these I said specifically called out to you, but the ability to choose separate drives for game installs, and improvements to download speed. And just the other day, I think it was on Discord, you were complaining, or when you were installing Back 4 Blood, you were complaining about how long it took.
Yeah, it was like, look, 14 megs ain't nothing to scoff at, right? Totally understandable. But I can tell you right now, I hit 60 average megs on Steam, no problem, no sweat. It just downloads a game fast. And Steam has always been known for really good. If you have the bandwidth from your cable service provider or your ISP or whatever, they're going to saturate the entire line to get you that game as fast as possible. That's how their networking goes and their routing and everything works just fine.
Yeah.
You know that there's a problem if Steam isn't downloading your game fast enough. And I can tell you most of the time, it ain't Steam. So Xbox has a little networking app that says, hey, for the Xbox network, if you want to be able to join other servers and all this stuff, just run this fix-it thing. And it usually fixes the Toretto freaking problem that they have. And that usually fixes it. But it does not fix anything about download speeds for any of the games. And when I took a look at it, I was just like, you have no reason to be this slow. Your updates run faster than this.
Which I didn't even know this was a problem, because download speeds on the console, on the Xbox console itself, are awesome.
Are they?
Like, yeah, like I download at like 120.
Wow.
And it's like, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's way faster than how the PS5 downloads.
Yeah. So you got you get an entire game in like a couple minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is great. It's like, so it totally worked on that. So I didn't even know this was an issue. But another thing that they're giving you on this, so like I said, this is on the Insider program, which means it'll probably be rolled out to, everybody else soon.
Right.
They're actually going to start supporting mods. So you actually have access to your game files. So you can install your own mods now, and also toggles for like HDR for older games, which is something that the consoles do, but I guess they're just now rolling out for PC.
So is this more of a move to combine Xbox and PC more often? Because it seems like mod support is just very open-ended, and that you can do. You would have to have access to files to be able to start modding things. So I would think that Xbox is trying to migrate more towards functionality and openness and merging their Windows and Xbox together.
Yeah.
But that also,
like modding, obviously PC games are full of mods, but Game Pass games were always kind of locked out.
There's a danger to that though. And I don't know if anybody has made this connection, and I'm sure some have. But when you start to add modding support for things, there's a really good chance that you're also going to start adding vulnerabilities and hacks and manipulating files to do things you're not supposed to do on your Xbox. That's how soft modding started. You know what I mean? A flaw in some sort of running program opens up some memory leak, and now you're able to unlock all the powers of your old Xbox by using a game that was just released and unpatched. So I don't know. If it does open up, that would... I don't think Microsoft really knows this, but if they open it up and that does happen, it's probably better. Because people are just gonna like modding the crap out of their Xboxes. But then
Yeah.
we'll go right back to early 2000s of the first Xbox. Be like, you're banned now. Sorry, bye.
Yeah.
Executor? Nope.
Or we'll have a PS3 jailbreak situation again. Which by the way, I saw a thing the other day. Apparently, like hacker groups are like closing in on jailbreaking the PS5, and it's like
it's expected at this point.
that would be a disaster. But yeah.
Oh no! Oh man,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
All right. So I believe that's the last one for this week for game news.
That's it.
But yeah, I think I'm glad Microsoft has taken that approach for modding. I wish they would do that again for indie games and have like the indie channel like how it was before, where it's just like anyone can make whatever.
By the way, have you all been to Xbox.com lately?
No, what's up?
Just navigate to it. So this next week is like the 20th anniversary of Xbox Live, and so they're doing this whole like retro thing.
Oh, look at that!
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all of a sudden I can feel the Duke in my hands again.
The Duke.
Oh God.
Dude, please
Actually,
tell
I've
me.
never
Oh,
actually
look at that! They
held
have
the Duke.
the 20 anniversary like startup.
Yeah.
Bro, that brings back memories.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That was like late nights of just MotoGP for me. I know,
Oh.
super weird, but MotoGP for me, and I think it was Halo. Halo was the other one. And wow, I would hope that they would bring it, that they would bring this dashboard look back. Did they do that
Yeah.
for the 20th?
No, so on the console itself, they gave you a background, which is like the original Xbox's, like when you're in the main menu background with that kind of that floating green ball.
Yeah.
So you have that as a free background, but they haven't done anything else. But it's cool. So yeah, on Tuesday they're doing this big event where it's like, Monday they're doing a big event all day on Twitch, like on the Xbox channel. They're not going to be doing any game announcements or anything like that. They're just doing like a big Xbox celebration, thanks for 20 years kind of thing.
Gotcha. Oh,
Yeah,
that makes
so-
sense.
Yeah, so I'll tune to that. I'm in the email list for the Xbox, whatever they call it. Like I forgot what it's called, but yeah, so they're doing interviews with people and a big trivia contest for prizes and stuff. I don't know, it should be cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's it for the show today. Mel, you got anything you want to sign off with?
Hopefully I can get back to streaming next week. But
Oh,
this is basically the debut of my new model.
By the
So-
way, congrats to Mel for picking up that new gig. Yeah, she'll be starting to take over the giveaways and start giving away her money for the show and all that other stuff. So
You
Exactly.
better be starting to pay me that shit.
Mel is funding all of the giveaways with her
Yeah.
own money from the new job she got.
right.
Please do
right.
not take that serious, please.
Yeah.
Make sure you go to twitter.com/melblueeyes and tell her what she needs to buy you.
Yeah.
That's
Please, thank you.
Mhm.
But yeah.
I'm not doing another Halloween costume contest thing like I did years ago. That was hell.
That was funny. We should do another one of those. But yeah. All right, Clay, you got anything besides GTA stuff? That's a no.
Lost
Yeah.
Judgment Game of the Year 2021 and Call of Duty Vanguard's campaign was very
Yeah.
eh.
It's Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's Call of Duty.
But still, there are some single player campaigns on Call of Duty that were really good. The
Oh,
Modern
yeah,
Warfare
like-
one was amazing.
Modern Warfare was fantastic. Yeah, this one was just but yeah, it is all about Grand Theft Auto
Sledgehammer
3
this time?
Definitive Edition. Sledgehammer is doing Vanguard, yeah. They did the campaign for Vanguard. Treyarch is actually in there still because they're doing the zombies mode on this one.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Which is
but
their
it's-
bread and butter, right?
That's their
they
bread and
came
butter.
up with that with
They-
Black Ops.
They are the
Again,
Call of
they
Duty
need to have
team that
G7
makes
separate.
yeah. Treyarch is the B squad that makes terrible campaigns, but they have zombies.
So it's
You know?
almost like these studios for Call of Duty are now not taking an entire title on, but they're taking on
Like
certain
sections.
game aspects. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Treyarch does zombies, and this time they'll have like the single player, but the multiplayer is still with. I don't even think
Like-
Infinity Ward is doing anything except story stuff anymore.
Mhm.
Because they have the Warzone frame, the framework, right? So it seems like all Call of Duty games, their multiplayer has to be in line with the Warzone frame.
Mhm.
So I don't know how that is if that feels good for anyone. I think the multiplayer for most of the Call of Duties are pretty solid nowadays. That it makes sense for them to just keep on going and just introduce new weapons and new maps, and that's it. Because it is what it is. You don't want to do away with your community that is just like, oh, and they just added a double jump and a side, like a wall climbing mechanic. Thanks, and like modern or future warfare for that. Now you alienated a whole community of multiplayers.
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I know that one. Double jump. Yeah. Advanced
Yeah.
Warfare. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. Thanks everyone for joining us, who stayed around and who joined us at the beginning of the show. We're going to be on our Discord, and we'll be back every Saturday, unless we post it on the Discord and the Twitters. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. And then we'll go from there. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
We're gonna get out of here.
I can't do the wave anymore. I can't do the.
Oh, you don't even have
flying
that functionality no more?
No.
Throw this one away.
But this is the one she paid money with.
Yeah.
Get a refund.
Oh. How dare you? All right, let's get out of here, everyone. We'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Think out there.
We're gonna do that every time, you know that, right?